Hello, hello, and welcome to the stream. We are currently working on the September bingo. I'll push a notification in a second, but this is kind of like exclusive to all the VOD watchers. I'm going to warp hub and talk to bingo. Card. Okay. So, guide is going to come out on the Discord probably either after the stream or before the next stream tomorrow. We are on the latest version, that's why all the textures and stuff are going to look slightly different. It also is going to make it a little harder to get into splashes. Because I don't have the mod that notifies me about them. So I'm going to open that up on my phone. Real quick here. And then go to the Bingo Brewers channel for splashes. Alright, now I should see when someone is typing and ready to splash. And while I'm here, if I refresh this and I copy the link of my stream. Says that it's scheduled. Okay, this I now have a second stream. I'm gonna need to get rid of that. Go to the one that is live. At stream ping. There we go. We have done our due diligence. Now lock in. Okay. So we don't have access to the accessory bag command. We got to do that manually. Delete it in there right away. Put away the storages. Take the grappling hook with us. Go straight to hub. We're just gonna listen to Lumberjack Merchant. Yeah, but we cannot talk to people like the Adventurer. We're trying to keep our NPC footprint as small as possible. However, this guy's going to be very helpful for getting the wooden tools and also all of these other wood stuff. So we're gonna... Oh yeah, that's right. We're supposed to punch the wheat first. Do /bingo. Follow the card. You can do it. And daily reminder on the stream for me that I need to crank that volume down a ton because Skyblock is just full of all of those early notifications at the start. I don't think that it's worth pushing for the chocolate talisman, but that's an option of one of the things that we could do. I'm gonna passively go for it. Because I know that I've got it before in previous bingos, and then that sets me apart from having to do something that's like super tedious. It's been about 3 minutes since the last Bingo Burr splash. I'm gonna actually want to keep these wheat seeds. So we'll put them in this page here. And then page 1, crops. One of the things I don't like about playing latest version is even with the performance optimizations, my computer still kind of chugs. 1 sword. Takes a pickaxes and a shovel and a bunch of sticks. Okay, this stuff is all going page 9 until we need it. You know what? I'll add a react. If you go in the Bingo Burrow Splash channel, yeah? You get points for each task. Ninja 13, this guy's my apprentice. You get extra points for call. And hopefully that's enough, because we need shovel axe, yeah, over purchase, but whatever. Okay, we should talk to the Reforge guy, because that guy I don't think shows up as a visitor. And we're going to want to reforge our gear anyways. Sure, I usually don't friend request. But PC. Alright. Have fun. I will be live for about 4 more hours, maybe 4. I love how I can just do stuff like this and they don't question. Live? What do you mean live? Okay. One of the NPCs that we want to talk to is the Gold Forger. For sure, this guy. Don't want to talk to that guy. Rusty is an option. Lazy Miner is an option, but could cause issues for us later. I'm picking the Lazy Miner anyways. You want to avoid talking to as many of the NPCs as you possibly can. Because I just want this pickaxe. It makes things far more convenient. I'm going for 100 gold to get the cleaver, and then we're going to go see if we can punch some of the sneaky creepers. This is like the one stream that we have pre-Derpy to get ourselves set up. So we're going to go for a lot of things like getting our combat level up, and then I also want to get all of the foraging stuff done. So this is like a marathon of sorts. If you're VOD watching, consider this maybe like 2 streams in 1 equivalent. I usually get like burnt out by the 3rd hour, but not tonight. Tonight we are locking in. I'm actually realizing I should probably not do the foraging goals pre-Derpy. I want to. I'm on the latest version to do so. Combat stuff needs to be done as soon as possible. But foraging 20 is going to be a lot easier when Derpy's in office. So I'm catching that in real time live. I should probably hold off on stuff like the extra, like, large storage chest. I can enter Galatea. I can push for some of the stuff like the talismans and whatnot. But I shouldn't have to get foraging 20 up right away. The foraging's also pretty easy now with the update. I think if I can find someone who's willing to chop down the trees after I get like 30% of the way through. I get max XP rewards there. People are typing. Hub 23. Lock in. Servers did not accept. I'm devastated. Why can't we just make the hubs 80 players again? Come on, Hypixel. Maybe just for like the first few days of the month. I'm devastated. There's no PvP on the Skyblock server. That wouldn't be allowed. But there is lobby warping PvP. And me being at the gold mine is a huge disadvantage because I had to type hub a second time to get back to the middle. Okay, we're about halfway through the gold needed here. In fact, with double minion output, most of the goals this time around are pretty easy. Like, we're kind of scared of having gunpowder, mutton, piggy bank, and what's the other one? Clay, all on the same card. But it's not that bad. Okay, I could leave gold mine and go to deep caverns as well. I could also just be stubborn and do all the foraging stuff day one. But we'll do the combat stuff first and see how we're feeling. We don't need to go for all this extra stuff. We need to just focus entirely on the gold right now. And then we're gonna check the friends list. PLP Ligic. So we'll pursue that avenue in a little bit. I see that they're on Galatea. They probably could splash me with some bottle. Get some of that XP going. But if I wait a little bit, get the tools all prepared, then that's prime time to be XP splashed. That should be Cleaver. Why don't we have it? That's 100 gold. Oh, because I bought from the shop. That's why. Hub. Hub again. Hub 10. I got in. Let's go! Huge. Huge frame drops as well. And now, with all of that sorted, I swap over to YouTube. There we go. I can lock in and watch stream now. So much for regeneration last. Is it over? UI. Warp. Guess we can just go deep. Probably want to deposit our coins just in case. Pick up the eggs as we see them. And then... Ow! That was rude of you. That makes a lot of funny beeps and boops there. We're gonna go for this other one here. And then if we just leave that to idle for a little bit, all of our rabbits should make a decent amount of money for us. There's a lot of people here. Probably a lot of people going for various things. If we go gunpowder right off the bat, we might have to fight some people for it. Eh. Not invis. So the sneaky creepers, they should aggro on to me. I actually don't know their spawn locations. I know that people used to go through the middle here when they were grinding for dyes. They're probably around circling here. There's two of them. Definitely want to get looting on a sword there. Make that a little easier. So we'll return back to that later. I'm gonna go all the way down. Could go for lapis. Redstone, though, is probably the way to go. Because you can buy it from shop. We both got hit by the slime. Alright, and then I just want to go to here at the obsidian just to get the warp. And we shouldn't need more than the diamonds for that, right? Diamond pickaxe. And gold shovel, gold axe. So these are our tools. Gold pickaxe is retired, as is the iron one, and then we need enchant stuff for all of these. Is there another armor set that we're gonna get? Where the farm armor? It's crafted with base wheat. So we just go here and craft up with all this. I wish quick craft worked properly rather than telling me, oh, you can make a lever. Yeah, and that should be prepped for garden. We need to get a certain Skyblock level before accessing the garden, if I remember correctly. Go. Warp. Hello. I'm alive on bingo. Would you be able to flash some XP for me? Smiley face. Okay, we could talk to the librarian. I think, yeah, this is a NPC. Just some brands. I can crouch each time I need a bottle. Let's get a small hub. Hey, bully. No, we're still live. You're not late. Welcome to the stream. PC warp. I started a little late. We had to get the art asset done. My girlfriend was making me a thumbnail for the stream. So that's where the art's coming from. We're gonna do efficiency, and then 1 splash, 2 splash. Sweet. And then that's fortune. 1 splash. 2 splash is the exact amount I think to get luck. 2 splash again. Gets us looting. 2 splash. Gets critical. Just a single splash for scav. What else do we need here? I'm not going to go for many of these other ones here. I think we were good on that. So 1 splash for efficiency, and 1 more splash for efficiency again. Do I go for enchanting? Oh no, I'm already at enchanting 10. Where's the experimentation table? Let's see. Do I? Can I make it right now? Yeah, this bingo's gonna be very long. And I think I'm pulling a marathon stream today. Just to push through a lot of the bingo content. Looks like I can make the experimentation table. Seeds. This is crops, mining items, combat items. And then this is foraging stuff. Probably should have asked for 1 more splash to go for the experimentation table, but if I go island, yes, that's the one. How much is it per? 25. And then we're hoping to get a grand XP from this. That'd be pretty cool. But any amount of XP is also good. I guess we go that, just for the sake of getting the item. That would have been nice to get, that large amount of XP. We need about 500k in order to get the armor for foraging. I'm rather annoyed. We go back to hub. Alright. Another. Oh goodness. I don't have the solver. Where was Brown? I think it was one of these two. Let's go. Orange was like here. Yellow was... No, I got it wrong. Yellow was here. Worth it. Slight blunder. We could have gotten another spare one there. Now we have access to the garden, which is one of the things that we want to push really early on here. Probably while we have oceans, it's good to clear out the wood part of the garden. Okay. While Sam yaps, I'll continue splashing here. And we'll do another round. Grands are nice. Really end anyways. Okay, this should be the grand. There we go. There we go. Bingo point. First thing completed. Or no, second thing completed. We got the pair. Yeah, second thing. Yep, let's go to the garden. Let's put a little bit of wheat. So Sam is able to turn 25 raw wheat, into a single thing of compost. Sam knows some kind of black magic here, which makes the conversion of normal crops into something where you could actually put it into the compost. That's crazy. The minions are not as bad as you'd think it would be, because we got Derpy coming along here. Mutton you can do through Oasis Sheep. The gunpowder you're going to have to do on your own, and they're going to fill up really quickly. But it's only 45k. And then this large amount of clay, wherever it is. There's the clay. Imagine the numbers divided by 4. So it's like 65k actions. Because you get 4 clay per minion action there. And you can also compactor the clay in order to not have to babysit the minions as much. So clay is really good for during Derpy, getting that out of the way. Gunpowder can also be done during Derpy, and then mutton you can manually do with the sheep axe, if that's something you want to do. Or you can do it off of Oasis Sheep if you want to fish or have someone carry you through fishing. But right now, the reason why we're pushing for Garden is because we need to limit the amount of NPCs we talk to in order to force the Gold Forger so that we can get our Cleaver up to 5 stars. That's probably the easiest one. So we put that in there. Wait until the compost is done. Organize our inventory a little bit. We're gonna get Sam's Scythe here. We'll put that in the 3rd slot. So I'm just going through the quest lines so that I can go do other stuff and then idly gain visitors right now. could have gotten the spruce axe for the sweep on these things. But this probably works just as well, too. The reason why I want to be doing at least the trees here with the god pot is the insta-break of the logs. It's rather convenient. Although it becomes less manageable if I soft lock myself out of getting the upper parts of the tree. Hopefully that's good. I'm pretty happy with this card, though. Aside from the kill 10,000 mobs, I hate that goal with a passion, and it seems to be stuck on every single card. About a year ago when we were doing bingos, there was something very similar where you had to get like a T12 minion every single bingo. And that was just something like, oh, punishment, you decided to play bingo, you get to suffer through like a guaranteed 2 to 3 hours of harvesting wheat now. And that's how this feels. It's, you chose to do bingo, now go kill a bunch of stuff with a Dreadlord sword or whatever other method people choose. I think Minion Island mobs still count for those kills, so if you really didn't care about playtime, you could probably sheep app. There is an E-man farm you can do for Exterminator on my island. Yeah, it's E-mans or sheeps or something like that. Sheeps are relevant to the bingo, and they have a pretty fast action time for spawning. And you could just use Cleaver to loot. Or you could hit them one at a time and use the sheep tail. I forgot, is Derpy the speed of minions gets buffed, or is it the output of minions get buffed? Because if it's the speed of minions, that makes the Enderman farm that you're talking about much better. Or are you talking about like an end biome? And then having the Enderman naturally spawn on the island? Because that'd be like a completely different thing than from what I'm thinking. Because when I make like a minion chamber and it focuses all of the mobs into one space, and then I kill them with a cleaver, that's what I'm thinking of with like an Exterminator private island mob farm. Sure. I'm interested in this thing now. Yes, and about. I'll take a look into that. That would probably make my life a lot easier. So I'm just full sending the clear on this plot. And then what comes next? We have decently enchanted gear thanks to Gecko. We could go for creepers just to get one singular creeper minion down and running. I could also go put down some sheep minion. I think it's important just to fill at least the minion slots that we have right now with the minions. It's a shame that we have Derpy and not Jerry. I like Jerry a lot more because you get a rotation of a bunch of different mares, and then that allows us to kind of NPC buy limit that would make stuff a lot easier. Like the large storage becomes trivial that way. Because if I go and grind for a bunch of medium storages for my minions, which I'm gonna be doing, it ends up being even more oak logs that I have to forage. So I guess we see foraging as most likely a when Derpy is in office task. Because you want to get the skill level up to 20. And most of the foraging that I plan on doing, I should probably get that done during that time. I have to do a second stream in latest version. It's very dark. I miss my Fulbright 1.8. I think there's just, like, I could get a mod that brightens up the thing, and that shouldn't be too much. Okay, and I think we've reached a point where we just start digging out the grass. Summer event still runs into September? That's crazy. I thought it would have ended by now. Alright. Trades. Sell off all of this grass, sapling, flower. Yeah. So now we got visitors coming through. We didn't even have to plant anything on the garden. I don't think that we will be using the garden for much this time around. Just throw this away and put these here. We're gonna want to unlock Galatea at the very least. Do I have the... You use oak logs for leaflet now? Since when? That's crazy. No, yeah, I'm gonna push for opening up to Galatea. Get a bunch of the gear and armor. And probably go for medium storages today, because we want to run the minions as much as possible. As much as I say, Derpy's gonna make the minions not as much of a problem. Every day that we don't have all of the minions down, that's more of a problem for us. Right. I remember how long this is. I just want to have a skip button for the foraging content. I guess, well, yeah, it's... Did he stop yapping? Oh, nope. He's just slow. Way ahead of you. Use your fists for now? No, I'm not a casual. it not, like, the coal? Does it not give us, like, a check mark? We're done. Oh, he just takes them. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna use that axe. Park. That's right, it makes me, go here first. Alright, Charlie. I'm gonna hope that he follows the same, pattern there. Oh no, this one's, collect the logs and then donate it. Now we could push for minion right now, but it also looks to be somewhat competitive in the birch area, so I'll hold for now. Into the woods quest. I need to talk to Charlie again. I could not care less. Let's go. Hi, Kelly. Perfect. That one went much quicker than expected. I could understand one of the NPCs deciding that they were just going to give out, like, an article of clothing. But it's a coordinated effort from all of these guys. Stand in the campfire. I'm appalled by your suggestion. But I need to get the badge here anyways, so why not? We can adjust our chocolate factory menu while we're here. There you go. Now we're making much chocolate. $256. I can't even reach the tops of these trees. We'll be back here in a little bit, just to get all the minion stuff. No, I don't really care. I got my singular badge, and that's all I needed. Thank you. Complete campfire? No. No. That cannot be one of the things that I need to do to progress. Surely not. Surely this is an extra side quest. I will repair your harp, but I do not want to do... I will not play the harp. Oh. Oh wait, no, that's really bad. Did I die? I died. I died and I lost my coins. Shoot. Gravity. My greatest enemy. That is quite devastating. I did not like that. Big blunder. And I'm also gonna have to talk to Melody again. Great. Location logs. Never mind. On to Melody. Why? I'm just so fast. Warp. Doesn't let me. I miss when the islands were connected and not floating above the void. I like that design a lot more because they seem to want to give you a bunch of speed with the axes. It's that kind of game design where it's like trying to mess with you a little bit. Because all the logs are really close to the edge, and there's like really thin bridges connecting all these islands. We're nearly there. I should stop trying to go for the vertical ones. I should just go for log piles like this. It's much quicker. Alright, and then crouch to get across. Please don't make me play the harp. Okay, I don't know why that gave me, like, tons of coins, but every little bit counts now. We are now in the poverty fund. Okay, can I not talk to Mulbert? Requires foraging skill 12? How close am I? Okay, that's not too bad. I guess we'll just talk to Mulbert then. Fine. You've convinced me. Sorry, bingo player. I just want to chop the trees like normal. I wonder how bad the ocelot pet is. You get it. Oh, it's still an enchanted egg. But you get that early on. Yeah, before you had to get all of the additional side quest items like string and carrots. I'm glad that they made the only requirement to do these quests actually foraging related stuff. Okay. We'll go back. And forward. He's not. Ah, now I need to place the traps. talk. Leave. Keeps switching it up on me. Immediately, without fail. I just... Yeah, you're a mole. 3 skyblock minutes potentially, considering that it's like a minute a second or something. And then this is the one where, like, if I go for the axe, not from Galatea, that requires a ton of coins, I could just go for this one here. It's a bit out of the way with the jungle wood. And considering I get a lot of money from bingo usually, I could just wait. Oh gosh. To do all the things that I want to do on that other island, I'm gonna need a ton of... That is a ton of resources that it's gonna eat through. Okay. Dark oak. We'll keep the oak on us. We can retire this axe. And then in the accessory bag... Up to... Hi, Hina. Okay. So we're not getting the hunting toolkit. That's a bit outside of our price range. And now we gotta talk to Swoop. Use the fusion machine. And then hunting. Okay. I guess this works. Oh, great. I say yes, but then he still explains it. I guess I can go around punching berries for the progress for now. You can buy part of the armor for now. You won't be able to get it all. But this at least gets us some additional sweep here. And it's 230 that we need for the last bit. Cut a fig tree. Okay, can I... There we go. Sweet. No, I don't think the fig is going to be used immediately for anything. No. The fig hue is a bit too far out of our price range. I forgot how long this quest line takes. Every single time we have to do anything foraging related now, we have to go through like 30 additional minutes of foraging content. Just to listen to all the NPCs, yeah. It would really be helpful to have a skip tutorial button. Like, of all the things in this game that we could get. Because I can't even talk to NPCs while this guy's yapping. Am I able to talk to Agatha early? Because that could be helpful. Other than the armor, what am I here for? The accessories. There's a chill accessory and something else. This axe should be able to handle the chills. It's not the best. What about a diamond axe? I don't have one. Promising axe does even more damage. This is my weapon. Okay. So, before I can talk to Agatha and do anything related to the Agatha contests, I need to go through the entire quest line. Fine. Okay. Another fix would be like if I could crouch. Like I think Windcraft allows this, or the offhand key isn't used for anything in Skyblock. Make it so that I can offhand every time I press F, just skip through the dialogue tree. That'd be fantastic. Needs to be a weapon if I do that. Then the hunt axe is garbage. I just should use a normal axe. And then I can hunt axe the last little bit. Because I don't have any weapons right now. Although I think for the intent of the quest line, if I go over here, he's gonna make me use the hunt axe. You can only damage it using a hunt axe? Okay. Monsters on the axe in question. Great. Okay, well, the best I have to offer is this. Get my cleaver back now. Oh, I actually need finances for this too? How bad? How bad is it? Yeah, I figured. Okay. Time to go find a way to make money, I guess. In the meantime, I can side quest and get the Runeblade Talisman from down here. I have all of the inventory clutter right now. So the talisman shouldn't be that hard to get. It's a pretty common drop. There we go. Easy. And then we'll get the soul campfire talisman thing as well. Just so that we can actually do some stuff for now. We can go and focus down like the mining and combat track. That's going to get us a lot of coins as well. And then we can come back here later. Soul campfire, that's over here. Okay. That's over here. I'm gonna lose it. Of all the things. Hi there. He's probably gonna make me forge some amount of fig as well. Okay. How bad? Oh, for free. Now we're up to 5 accessories. Not that they're really that expensive to come by. Okay, well, we'll just dump all this stuff in the wood section for now. Promising Axe will probably be retired. This is probably retired too. And now we're mining. I guess while we're here. Small chance of getting monsters from salt. Woo. Warp deep. I mean, might as well. I think this gear is pretty decent. We are looking around. There's some sneaky creepers. We just hang out in the tunnel here. Should aggro. I'm gonna go into F5. Sometimes they take a little bit of time to realize that you're there. I can also just smack around randomly. Spawn here. You can spawn around this area. I don't have an intimidation talisman at all, so you guys should be aggro. I'm not invisible, so you should be able to see me. This is unpleasant. Every time that there's like a little bit of friction in a game for players, you're gonna see some amount of drop-off. Gunpowder Collection does have alternate routes, but you gotta get to like the Crimson Isle to get them. I think creepers can spawn naturally on the private island as well. So I could just make a dark box. Oh, hello! So we're 5 out of what I'm guessing is 80 for a minion. Because it's 50. Oh, but then I can NPC buy. So it's only 50 that we need. But then I have to get another NPC talked to in the roster there. So we have the option of doing that, which we'll probably take up, honestly. So the sneaky creepers, when we get next to them, they reveal themselves and we just kill them. Hey guys, welcome. Bouncing around. I can only seem to get this one here to spawn in. Oh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Normal non-bingo player is going to take all my kills. Classic. The universal experience of bingo. Okay, I saw it like flicker for a second, so there should be one here. This guy's not even picking up the gunpowder. Up to 12. Bro, agent. Can you not please smile? Trying to get 50 collection on bingo. Anyway, using your words, it works. It's like a 50-50 gambit on if the player is considerate or if they decide to like bother even more. But that worked. Oh, okay. You too. Okay, I'm throwing heavily. Okay, that guy left. I don't even need to worry about getting faster than other guy. I see one. Oh, here's a second. Up to 16 now. Crazy content from the Hypixel staff team right here. This is with looting, as intended. Let's go get 50 of these. Yeah, I said the stream was probably going to run for like a marathon amount. I did not expect that I'd be taking a marathon amount of time to get the creepers. Disappointed. There should be like an easier way to get the gunpowder. Or maybe some easier way to reveal the creepers. Up to 20. I could widen my route. I know that they can spawn in here. I'm just worried if I stray too far from the area that's positioned in. That, yeah, that. Competitive creeper farming! Hypixel finds a way to turn everything into a PvP game. It's universal. most of the time brought on by the player base and the dynamics between us, but everything has to be a competition. There cannot be an abundant amount of resources for most combat related things. Ghosts, only one person can farm in like a lot of those areas, so people will compete with each other and get super angry. Sneaky creepers? Oh, we can't have them spawn faster. We have like a 10-second respawn timer and have everyone fight over them. And for normal lobbies, like if you look at a 10-player lobby, the odds of 2 of those people wanting to go for sneaky creepers is probably pretty low. But when you throw bingo into the mix and tell everybody, hey, go get this collection, it starts to reveal the flaws with the network itself. Because I think mining collections are really good in the sense that there's a lot of different places to go. Like if I wanted coal, I could be here, I could be in the gold mine. There's like a dedicated coal area in the gold mine. There's coal in the hub. There's the Royal Mines coal veins. There's crystal hollows. That's perfectly fine. If I want to manually grind sheep, there's one area to grind sheep. Maybe if you count like fishing oasis sheep as the second option there, there's 2 areas to grind sheep. And I think that's a problem that a lot of these combat-related things face. Zombies, not a problem because there's a lot of different areas to get the rotten flesh. Skeletons have bone options. Spiders, string and spider eyes are good. I guess they're fine with the Crimson Isle content being locked behind stuff. It makes you go out and explore and go do those other things before circling back. But they moved quartz into the Dwarven Mines, and that makes it more accessible, and quartz is used for a lot of things. Glowstone, if they move that somewhere and make it more accessible, that'd be pretty cool. Because it's used for potions, it's used for like the farmer orb. But I just think that most combat related things that I can think of are a pain point when it comes to sharing the server with other people. To an extent, the barn and like the crops in the barn also are like that. But then they increase the respawn timer and it's at least a little bit more acceptable. Now you've got people that maybe 2 people can share one of those plots, and most people farm on the garden anyways, so they're not as bothered by it. Like, you have a route you can take if you want to avoid people. Yeah, I'm gonna call it through. There we go. Mad at. See, that proves my point. 'About how bad it is to get. Ten more and I'm done. Once you get 50, you can just buy from NPC. How? What? I got 40 since I last saw you. How is this guy so bad at the video game? Thanks. Absolutely normal bingo player interaction. I don't care if a bingo player takes my stuff. Honestly. We're starting the same grind together. I care when like some random level 26 is feeling entitled to the lobby. It's usually an Iron Man. I just want to get all this combat stuff done before Derpy gets in the office. And this is one of those things. Please let me in. Give me one more. There we go. And we could just buy the rest of them. Good riddance. We have fortune, so we can just mine out a bunch of redstone now. Ooh, they sound so weird. The latest version Pigman actually oink. Don't want to have to deal with these guys. It's a fun gimmick the first time around. It's less fun the upteenth time I've had to unlock the Dwarven Mines and mine the redstone. Okay, guys. I can't jump if you hit me. It knocks me back down again. I thought you guys were supposed to despawn in these areas. I also don't like the objective talk to the Enid person. I understand it may be being hoisted in every single lobby because the update released, but we are long since the release of the Bayou update, and I do not need to know that Enid exists. Let me start the quest before seeing the notification for it, like with most of these things. Alright, a bingo player decided to lead down a pigman to me. And then it's going to lose aggro on that player and come back for me. Yep, there it is. Oh, I got a good crit off on it. I'm actually gonna have to go talk to Rias, because I forgot how much of the materials that I actually need. Let's go do that. No, I have to get mining 12 before he tells me the message. Useless. This game is useless. I feel like the order of that information is a little backwards. Like, tell me... Oh. Because the block form of redstone doesn't trigger the pigmen. It's only the dust that gets them angry. So I should be able to mine completely safely. Never mind. They are angry. I think it's 10. I'm very upset. I'm very upset. Leave me alone. Die. Die. I actually have no clue the collection. I think I need the 400 more redstone dust in order to get the enchanted form. And then after this, once we get the redstone that we need to get enchanted, we can just buy from NPC and get more enchanted redstone from the merchant under the builder. And then once we have the redstone ready to go, we can just mine sand for the last bit that we need there. Everywhere I go. And then it's kill ice walkers for the combat to enter the end. Kill endermen in order to get all of the required stuff to enter the dungeon. So that's combat 15 is the goal by the end of it. Foraging could be a nice side quest, but we established earlier that getting all the way up to 20 is a bit of a hassle, and it would be better to push for that during Derpy where there's increased skill XP, because I should not need to interact with any mob related stuff at all. So we're just gonna double up on the latest version. But today we need to get as much combat done as possible. And then offline I'll look into that thing that Bulldog mentioned with the End Island Exterminator grind, because that's going to help out a lot. I think I took It was like 12.5k last bingo, but I still took like 3 hours doing it. I dedicated pretty much an entire stream to one goal. So if it's any faster, I'll do the island method. Even if that means I have to put down a pig minion. Should be good on the redstone now. Hopefully. And yes, while we're in a need of coins, that comes from a lot of other things too. So we can afford to spend the coins on the redstone. Since I'm in Splash Drought, I'm gonna open up the Discord server again. And we're gonna keep an eye out for a splash ping. But we're able to do a lot of the stuff right now without splash. Like, sand is just going to require us to have the shovel. Okay, I'm hoping that's enough. Seven different public islands, let's go. We're just getting all of the unlocks right now. Skyblock is a very loud and noisy game. This person's level 3, and they're already pushing for the sound. I guess I just side quested a lot and went to the park first. I'd probably be pretty low level pushing sand if I wanted to go exclusively for the mining route. And then we're gonna take out the wooden shovel. It's just good minion slot unlocks to get all this stuff. We're gonna heavily push for the minions by the end of today. Get a creeper minion, maybe push into the clay. But clay's decent to have down during Derpy because there's a lot of extra storage space you can get using compactors. But I'd need to have at least a clay minion to be able to manage things there. So that's probably a good shot to go for. So we're going for mining 12 right now. So this upcoming level and then the next one gets us all that we need. Keeping 9 splashes. Oh, there's one that just happened. I can try for it, but it's going to be tough. I think it's already locked. Yeah. Crazy. Warp. Desert. Last one before that was over an hour ago. That's brutal. Okay. I hope they double splash. I'll add a react. Oh, there's someone typing. I'm locking in. We're going. Please go. I'm just waiting at the hub selector for the people to splash. If I'm getting baited by typing, I'm going to be very upset. Oh, he's typing again. Locking him. I'm on the menu. And the typing is gone. I guess if I go around to smaller sized hubs, there's a chance that I see Splasher. Splashes are the biggest downtime. I mean, I've already established that I don't need one right now, but I am in need of one eventually. Join bingo party. Mute. Hello. Just trying to get the splash. Maybe they post it here. I'm known by a lot of people. Hello. I see someone typing in the splash. Oh, okay. This is technically friends list sniping, so I'm gonna hop out of the hub there. But it is in 12 unless they move, unless otherwise stated. Yeah, I got my... They're typing again. As soon as they post it. Please. Huge double splash assist. Okay. With our lowered frames, let's see. We're going to push for Fetcher. We can get done today. Hyper, we'll go for that. We need to go back and do the Ring of Love in the park. Ideally when we get the coins to do so. We also need a target practice. If we go to a small hub, we can just get that done right now. Alright, swapping back over to chat. Refreshing chat to see if there's any new messages. Nope. We are timed target practicing. We're gonna need a bow. Ooh, and that's another NPC that shows up. I did not consider that. But Jax doesn't show up in the garden, so that's fine. Because you don't want to mine sand. Why can't I... Okay. This is going to be somewhat jank. can't even see how much time I have left. They're too busy yapping. Why is it lagging? Huh? I got scammed! Okay, believe. I'm so annoyed. It just froze. It wouldn't let me shoot. Okay, easy. I just needed to lock in more. Okay, put that away. Kind of like more legacy stuff. Back to desert we go. Cronav doesn't want to mine sand, but I love it. Let's go take a look. Chocolate Factory. I need to push all of these up to level 20. And the next one up to 20. So, what we're pushing for if we get the talisman there is we need 250 million chocolate. Which is a lot of chocolate. And the employees kind of help us with that. But getting the eggs as well helps a bit too. I'm also like lagging, and I don't know why. I think it's the ghost blocks, like I'm walking on. Yeah, I'm walking on like already mined out things. The sand mining doesn't take that long. It is a bit boring, but the gunpowder, collecting that was far worse than the sand. And I guess you could leave something like this in Derpy, and then you benefit from the extra skill XP bonus. Which means you have to mine less sand. But I also need to schedule my times around doing stuff on my main profile during Derpy too. So I want to make a significant push towards bingo at the start here. And then working on a lot of that other stuff later is a good play. Ooh, this is actually probably a better place to mine sand back here. So I don't have to deal with that annoying path. Well, we're almost done. There we go. I'm going to upgrade the minion once more and sell the remaining sand. Make sure to deposit the coins, because we're likely to die here. I miss Fire Talisman. Yeah, 15. There we go. Better Together is alright, I guess? What does Fetcher want? Probably Yellow Glass. I think it resets on the first of every month, and yeah, it's Yellow Glass at the start. Go to NPC here. If I can get the complete an event, and then have it be this Better Together event, that'd be perfect. Oh, I have to talk to him again. 50 and any mining event, yeah. So I guess there's nothing really much else to do except start mining. Four players nearby? That's crazy. And we can also stick around for whatever the active event is here now. Because that'll get us a decent boost in mithril powder. Not that we really need that for much of anything. Okay, first event completed. I think we stack titanium next. Yeah. And then after that we start stacking mithril. With lines. So I don't want to talk to the guy, the timer. Do I need to level up the garden in order to access Gold Forger? I don't think so. I'm gonna go check after we get done with the active event, see if the Gold Forger is spawned in. Mithril Gourmand. Not the best to have that this early on, but I can still participate. Because I got 2 mithril pens to work through. Goblin burrows. Well, that's a choice for a location there. Right. I would like it if I didn't lag back. Latest version seems to be one of the things that I have a big issue with. So I don't want to have to deal with the actual goblins themselves. And this is far reserved. Okay, this might work. I forgot how much tasty mithril I actually need for this. I think the goal is 25, but I'll just go until I either get that or I end off my commission. I got really excited at the start when I got like 4 of those tasty mithril back to back. And then reality set in. The implication of this guy, aside from like being hungry and gluttonous for rocks, is that he goes to restaurants with a snack. And while he's waiting to be served, he would eat the snack. I don't know if that's something that restaurants look down upon. I think so, because like you'd have to clean off the food residue of whatever that potential snack would be. And it's like if there's allergies and they're trying to cater to like a nut allergy, for example, then if you're bringing in snacks that could be allergens, that can be problematic. I am right next to a knife thrower. He's right behind me, isn't he, Moment? As long as you're chilling, I'm chilling. I actually don't know how many coins I have in my purse. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna TP to Don Espresso. It's a shortcut you can use in order to get to the guy. There we go. And he's full. I feel a little bit bad for that. Only a little, though. We get our rewards pretty quickly here, at least. And rather than do the mithril stuff, I can do Ice Walker Slaying. You gotta be kidding. Stop that. That's Iron Man. The usual suspect. Mining XP boost. I could just put that on my pet right now, because I'm not really doing anything else with that. Yeah, no, it made a lightning sound. That's cool. Okay. So we're doing this. And I think it's the large amount of mobs or entities on my screen. That's why I lag in the hub too when there's a lot of people. But even when there's no people, it's the entities. The name tags, the armor stands, something like that causes performance issues for me. And I really don't look forward to fighting 5 bingo players and an Iron Man who feels entitled to fight the bingo players. It's annoying. I want to do this while I have potions active, though. Because this isn't the problem. I would probably be able to one-tap the Ice Walkers regardless, even if Derpy comes around. It's the end that becomes an issue. So I want to be getting end access by the end of today, and then completing everything there that I need to. Which I think is a full set of end armor. I'm not entirely sure what I would need. I need you to stop, though. That's what I need. Person not on bingo, new to the game? Fair enough. Leave him be. Iron Man player who has a drill. Please leave me alone. Surely you can find something better to do. The problem is you need so many of these to upgrade your drills on the Iron Man that it becomes like a thing where you have to manually grind. And you're competing with other players when you do that. Inevitably. And these players that you're competing against usually need these for like a quest, and they'll temporarily be gone. Or some of the time, they're also going for parts as well. This is one of the most significant pain points on Bingo, is the Ice Walkers. It's always a thing where I just wish I could get a private lobby away from all the people. I wish there was more grinds in the game that felt like you were grinding with other players. Like trees, for example, are kind of a cooperative-ish activity with one other player. And an early game player can benefit from a late game player helping them with the tree. Moments like these, though, I'm grinding against the other players. It's a competitive game at that point. And I haven't bought the cookies or whatever in order to be able to succeed in the competitive game. Because on the other side of things, you could get like one of the ice spray ones, or a precursor eye, and you could just mow all of these down before the Iron Man player even has a chance. And then you're griefing the Iron Man. This guy is locked in. Okay, maybe he takes floor and I take staircase? It's slightly less efficient to take staircase on, but if it is less competitive, if I don't have to fight that guy as much, I'll take it. Latest version, I'm like glitching on slabs. I think it does it's hard to calculate the position of the player. It's always right there, too. I'm annoyed. Warp, forge. I like it facing forward. It's gonna make me face backwards towards Fred now. Ew. That's one of the changes that I saw in the patch notes, and I have no idea why they decided to do that. I also feel like they respawn on top of you a lot more frequently in stairs. But I think it's also partially due to, like, I haven't memorized the spawn locations for the walkers here. I got one pair of boots. It's not a huge mining bingo, so I don't need to push for a full set of armor, but that, to put it in perspective, I'll sit here for quite a while, and I won't get much gear or anything at all. We're almost at 11, and we'll stop once we hit 12. Ooh, we have some money saved up, but that's just going to go and buy us the Void Sword. I haven't really felt pressed for coins since the skill XP, the skill level up rewards were buffed. This is the first bingo where I've actually felt a little stressed. I could go do some relics for that. You know what? Reminder, like the video so that it gets pushed out to people. Subscribe so that I can get YouTube ranks so that the anti-cheat doesn't lag me backwards like this and I can have a better, more quality experience. I don't want to code. I don't want, like, crazy eyes and attention on me, but I do want the thing on the server that makes my experience more pleasant. And if you want to see more content from me, you can subscribe with notifications on or join the Discord down in the description, and I will notify every single time that I go live. There you go, that's the plug. Hey, a jewel. I guess the canopy armor is actually quite decent in its defense value. Good thing to pick up here. Because normally when I fight these guys, I'm so squishy I die in a couple of hits. But who would have guessed? Better armor for the stage of the game that I'm in leads to better defense. I'm halfway through the level now. We'll get it there. Yeah, this guy's just committed to doing whatever he needs to do to get his upgraded drill or whatever. New player. Don't get mad at the new player. Don't crash out at the new player. They don't know any better. They have a full set of armor. They don't know any better. What are they doing? Maybe they'll get 50 kills and stop. They're a new player. And the other guy's an Iron Man. He needs to do this. He needs to brief the bingo players. How else is he going to prepare for Derpy, which is a classic thing where people go mine during Derpy. There's no other mayor that buffs the mining XP or is better for mining. No other mayors exist. Meanwhile, the foraging in question that would be better to do. He doesn't know any better. He's just an Iron Man player. It's his first time. Day 1, level 150, clearly. Smack, smack. Okay. That's hunting. That's actually not the level up that I was looking for. I got a nice Wonker Shard. Can't even use it! Should you be able to get the things that you're not able to use? Even if it acts as like a confusion thing for the player. There you go. Gotta level up my hunting, I guess, to use that. Okay, a mudworm? For this bingo? Probably a pretty good deal. Orb Galataire. No, I wanted to go Garden. They both start with G. I got confused. Jerry, and only Jerry. And he wants enchanted wheat. How much? 8 for 4. Oh, this guy's a scammer. Normally legendary visitors gives a ton of copper. I guess, yeah. So I have carrot crop unlocked. I should be able to get unlocked gold forger. So that's the only other visitor that could have come to the island there. So we just haven't rolled into it yet. Warp. Well, that's unfortunate. Put it on that. Yeah, sure, why not? Or I could just put it on here and probably get better stats. Have this be like my main armor set. Alright, +1 visitor unlock. I think I go all in on the gunpowder initially. And while we're here, we can also get gold essence from golden goblins, so we don't need to rely entirely on the gold forger. We could also push into crystal hollows and get them there too. So we're going to do end nodes, try to get that. We're going to have to push a lot into end nodes. And we have some coins already, but that's probably going into Void Sword. Let's swap these armor pieces around. This is my combat set. And then, nah, we'll hold on to our thing for now. We'll go for like 74 XP levels and get the first strike. Get rid of that. Get prepped to transfer these. Drop these. Could probably put the berries in the deleter, honestly. They're just gonna get in the way. Okay, how long do we have? Exactly 1 day from now. So the start of next stream could be pre-Derpy if we want. Or I could just start late and then get Derpy right when the stream starts. Either would work. Let's side quest right now. Warp jungle. Is this where they are at? Yeah. So talk here. Cave under the savannah is probably the most difficult part of the challenge here. There we go. And go up into the cave here. And we're looking for... There we go, we got the little gold nugget thingy. We're just cycling through. We need to get to the 3rd tier of this quest. Do I not get the thing? Oh, it changed. Yeah, latest version has an issue with like updating the inventory. Who's gonna be market stall? Hello. I'm just doing everything I can right now. I think it's 15 or more. Let's try this amount. Okay. Warp. Jungle. And then he's gonna need 64 emeralds for the next one. Forge. We're just gonna go mine the emeralds here. And pick up a couple talismans along the way. It's a good multitask. 2x powder. That's a good time to get the upgrade. Get Fetcher done. Do Puzzler at the same time. Unmodded Puzzler. I haven't done that in ages. So we only need a stack for the Romero quest directly. We're going for the Talisman of Coin recipe here. And then if we push a little further, the Magnetic Talisman recipe as well. Wait, do I get precision mining too? Yeah. Now I can mine a little quicker. Okay, now I have a stack. Ready to go. Dump all the mining stuff. Oop. Always getting the eggs. It's a potential talisman. I don't think we'll need it. Alright. So that one I can skip. I bugged out the quest, which would be really fun. There we go. Dump these in, and we can get rid of the mining as well. Put the minion down here. Okay. What next? Probably end. Warp end. Refreshing chat to see if there's any new messages. Nope. So this is going to be not fun for anyone who joins the bingo late. I feel bad for anyone who has to kill Enderman like this during Derpy. Okay, you gotta find a safe spot and go kill some Endermen. Okay, we have a few of them on us. Surprisingly though, not safe spotting isn't terrible when I have this armor. Never mind. We're safe spotting. Just watch all of my health pull a magic disappearing act. I'm good. Get you aggro too, thank you. Don't do it. Don't. I respected you! I could have taken yours, but I respected you. How dare. I will remember this. You know what? Keep killing the enemy. I'll take it. I'll take it from you. Now we're both getting bullied by a normal player. I could have been done by now. Horrible person. Rick. Well, I tried to steal. I'm not very effective at it. And I have no clue why they aren't done and getting... Or maybe this is them with the Void Sword and they're still struggling. Unfortunate. Okay. No, boots already. I've been blessed. Yes, please. And now I'm done. Okay. I don't want to fight Nest Endermites, if at all possible. And we're gonna have to find a lot of end nodes. And why this it's the entity the armor stands, clearly. I should probably do like an entity culling thing. Get like a mod for that and see if that fixes my issue. So what I need primarily is endstone geodes, which I think is a drop from all of these universally, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to fight everybody else on a bingo profile who's also going for the nodes. But that means they're gonna like cycle around a lot. So I just need to be mindful and try not to get them stolen. Usually when you're playing a bingo normally, they all cluster the end nodes in like a specific area. Like if someone's down below killing a lot of 9Ks and mining out the nodes, they're probably down now. If someone is like newer to the game and they're just going for gauntlets, usually the ones towards the top will be gone. But with this, well, they're just going to be all over the place because everyone's mining them as much as possible. Okay, that was rude. That's a lot of endermite nests. Shrimp the fish? Before the reforged stone? Okay. I also, unconfirmed, but I have a speculation that you can only get it from endstone, not from the shiny block, the endernode equivalent of obsidian. But I don't know for sure. I looked it up on the wiki and I think it's just a small drop chance from either. rune, of course. Well, I guess we've got a lot to do. I wish there was like a stat that I could check to see how long it took me on average to get the node. I could code a mod that just says how many ender nodes. Ender node loot tracker. Endstone geode, is that what I need? That's what I need. Okay, we're done. Probably less painful for me than it is for other people. Let's do. Not even really a good reforge, but hang on. Isn't hyper cleaver already a thing? Oh, I need mining 14 for that. I'm guessing I don't have that. No, I haven't. Oh, it's armor. Okay. Well, I guess I'm getting a hyper canopy shirt. Why? You cannot combine those two. Is it combat armor? When combined with armor. Oh, it's the Reforge Anvil that I need to do it on. It's the arbitrary special anvil that we need to use. There we go. And then he's going to want me to take out my coal. Sure, why not? Trades. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel here for coins. So, all this stuff. Mythic will do for now. Blended will do for now. Oh, of course, we get fierce on this Honda. Alright. Well, we've got the thing from the gauntlet, so I think we actually have to do some killing now. First strike. Critical. Ender Slayer would be good to pick up with that. Sharp. You just gotta do it. Don't need luck. Is probably a good idea. And looting. I should just be able to top that off with regular splash bottles. And get the looting that way. Giant killing, why not? Probably don't need life still. Gravity. I'm not gonna fight anything airborne really with a melee weapon, so it should be fine. And then Venomous is helpful for doing like that last tick of mobs early on. Could also do Fire Aspect as well to get a similar effect. How much is fire? Just a single bottle. And then for the boots, it gets us growth and protection. If I splash a lot here, just for bonus, I should be able to get feather falling as well. There we go. And I guess we'll reforge the pants and see what we get real quick. Cheer probably would have actually been a good one. We'll keep it. Warp. And let's see, how good is our damage? Enough to one-shot already off the bat. Okay. If we crit, that is. How bad's our crit chance? 99% of the time we crit. We'll be fine. I wonder, what does that have us doing to 6Ks? So to a 6K we do 5,000. We're close. Can we hit and run? Yes, we can. We're going for the armor right now, that's all. It is at 1%, and these guys still have their deafening death rays. Just leave him be. Hit him once, leave him be. Don't even know entirely the purpose of me going for extra armor pieces right now. It helps for dungeons. The main thing though is I want the combat. I'll put that on and reforge it later. We'll use this to upgrade the Enderman. Very close to one-shotting 6Ks. I just need the armor piece. Or I could go and... Let's go reforge the equipment. I'm not really losing out on anything by stopping. If anything, I stopped hearing the dragon screeches. Warp. Oh. Is this enough? Yes. Gets us the upgrade. And we can compact all of the ender pearls now. Alright, necklace. I think menacing is the one that we typically want. But we're gonna have to go for blended. I'm poor. I don't have money to be picky. Shrimp the fish is pretty funny. Okay, what now? Get rid of the gold nuggets, I'm not using those anymore. Cleaver we can retire. Might bring it out of retirement for whatever the 10k kills are. But I'm probably getting a Dreadlord sword for that anyways. Warp and back to our regularly scheduled Enderman kill him. So I should be able to... No, not on the 6Ks? I'm just barely away. That's devastating. I mean, I can just leave them be. This will be fixed when I get my next armor drop, then I can one-tap the 6Ks. Okay. Okay. Slabs and latest version do not mix well at all. I hate it. A 9k? All the way up here? Okay, my next armor drop is boots. Thanks, guys. Any of the other 3 armor pieces would have been nice. Boot, necklace, boot. Because I can keep killing the lower tier ones up here. I probably don't have to fight too much with people for a while. Another necklace. That is a lot of Endermen. They don't damage tick fast enough. They get like a second hit off on me before they die. Why are they getting one shot now? Oh, because the fire damage ticks instantaneously, so it's the combat level up that actually got me what I needed. Now I can one-tap all the 6Ks. Huge. Big upgrade. Ender chest plate, that's cool. I mean, nothing really changes if I just keep on going until I get the armor. And if I'm not needing to go for a full set of Ender armor, then I guess it could wait. I could just go for ideally pushing into leggings. This is just like building an armor set that I can kind of use to cycle through dungeons, perhaps. So we won't go for the 10k kills today. We'll hold off on that. And give ourselves a bit of a reprieve. So other than minions, what else needs to get done today? Okay, there's the leggings. Now we could push for helmet, or we could stop. Either way, I'm going until combat 15. Which is going to be a little while. Explode a crypt in the catacomb, we can do that. Fetcher, we could do that. We missed the 2x. I got distracted. Minions, we're setting those up. Revenant T2, I could probably do this one right now. Large storage, we're saving that for tomorrow, because we want to have the Derpy extra XP from that. Accessories, we've got quite a bit of them. We can wait to get the rest of them tomorrow. 8 for pet XP. I'm crazy. Okay. Brew any T4 or higher tier potion. That's probably just going to be the mutton from the sheep. That'll be super easy. Stars, we're waiting on Garden Visitor for that. Lumberjack we're going to do tomorrow. So we can put for combat, getting the Dreadlord Sword ready. I don't even know if the Dreadlord Sword is going to be needed if we do the End Island, End Biome strat. And you should probably get the End Biome stick, because we're going to need to put that in Jerry. Is that a End collection? No, I think it's an End Stone collection. Yeah. No, free. Where are my sticks at? We got them. I just need to mine these out until I get... Okay, okay, no more. Back to combat. And End Biome stick. Apparently it's hard to set up, but then it's going to result in a lot of kills, a lot of profit there. We can also probably dump whatever minions have mobs that I need to kill into whatever chute or however the Endermen get funneled through. And then I'm just killing a mix of the both of them manually. And then I'm gonna need to get a lot of kills and other stuff beforehand. Like if we're taking a look at the 10k kills, we're nearly 1,000 in. So it's not completely horrible in doing other stuff before that point. Which gets me to where I need to be at. Deposit coins. Once we hit 50 levels, I'm going to take a break and go to the hub. In fact, once we hit 50 levels, I'll do end node mining for a little bit. Get some more grand XPs, and then I'll return back. That way I'll have some XP to enchant all my gear. Can't one-tap the 9Ks yet. Fire aspect ticking immediately when you hit something is a pretty significant upgrade. Didn't realize that it did that. Eight. There's just a lot of nodes here, I might as well mine them out. Huh. Well, I set in mind a lot of things that I wanted to get done, but if we're not pushing foraging, completing it day one, I think that's smarter, and it also leaves us a lot more flexible with how we can spend our time. Overall, we've been live for about 2.5 hours. We might have just a normal 3-hour stream tonight. Titanic. You know, those are supposed to be quite rare, and I seem to just get a lot of them. Let's sell off all of these. Don't need the spare necklace. Helmet? I didn't see when we got that, but we're full set of armor now. And then Titanic. We're just gonna use it. Probably should have done something with the other initial bits of levels there, because it just kind of got wasted. But I don't care. I got a Titanic. I'm splurging. And then that and that. Growth again. Protection. And we should have all of the other stuff ready on the boots there. Not a ton of things to reforge with, but if we get lucky like that... Yeah, that's quick. Okay. That went about as good as I could have hoped for. I move all this over. Full set of end armor. And then... I do think that we really need to go for menacing here. Blended isn't horrible if I need the crit outside of dungeons. Let's see. I guess we'll keep it. I'm not that picky. Okay. So, we'll hold on clay. It's good to do that for Derpy, because it'll fill up the chest faster. We need to get mutton, and we need to put down the minions. I say all of those things like I was going to go do them, but I'm actually just going to go do Aatrox real quick. So we need to do a T1 and a T2. And we should easily have the gear to be able to handle all that right now. Plus, it contributes to our combat level up, having to go and kill all these things. So we got an Enderman pet as well. That decreases the amount of pets that we need to get. That's nice. Not that we really needed to get many of this bingo anyways. Is it Aatrox? Why do I get more XP? I don't even know who the mayor is. Cool. And then probably Aatrox Minister for the extra Slayer XP. I used to be locked in. I would know all the Skyblock mayor rotations. I'd be like hyper aware of what's going on in this game. You could only do it for so long though. Yeah, not killing any of these golden ghouls. We'll just go kill the normal ones. Okay, this should be easy. Yeah, it's only 4 hits to kill. Trivial. Now, zombie doesn't really come with any new talismans, but if I push all the way up to spider, not spider, Sven, there is a pretty easy wolf talisman that I can get from that. But I have to do spider T2. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm kind of lazy. I'll come prepared to tomorrow's stream with a list of accessories that I need to get. Because I only need 7 more after I get the compass. Alright, well, let's go get the bee pet. Thinking this should be enough. I can always go to the store, mining merchant, if I need more. Oh, easily enough. And then put this away in mining. Put these away in combat. Warp. Spider. Yeah, I can purchase some egg slots, why not? 'em. We should manage pretty easily here. It's just rain, no lightning. Don't really need to unlock the boost here, but it would get us more combat XP. $5,000 combat XP is actually nothing to scoff at. And we can get some easy kills leveling up the booster here. I think the mob typing guys, they also give combat XP for the stuff, right? Not a lot, but it's something. Okay, that's funny. That's self-aware. I must explain it anyways, or else my existence lacks purpose. Proceeds to yap. Yes. Okay, does it... Okay, no, I have to open this first. That's unfortunate. Well... I go kill this rain slime. Yeah, there we go. New mob type found. Oh, and it just already awards it to me. Okay, so it's like passive. Huge. 1,000 combat XP. Yeah, I definitely need to do that moving forward. because this is going to push me up to 15 much faster. In fact, I should have probably came here before grinding out all those stupid ice walkers. Alright, warp deep. Mob type. Elusive, ender, frozen, construct, arthropod, aquatic, airborne, animal. Yeah, we're just gonna... I don't think that sneaky creepers have a type worth going for any further. Yeah, they're just cubic. These guys are just normal undead. We can get away with yoink. There we go, mob type found undead. And then probably skeletal. We go down to minor skeletons. Yoink. I don't see that combat XP being added to my combat XP. 1,000 con. Oh, click to claim. Yoink, yoink, yoink. There we go. Oh, and it's buffed by whatever the bingo thing is. Okay, yeah, no, this is huge. This is like a game changer. But I need to find more mob types. Warp. Desert. I'm gonna need to kill the animals anyways. Get the sheep. Easy animal collection. Frozen, Jerry Workshop, Ender. I guess we don't have a lot of options for mob typing. It's not as cracked as it could be. And it's good to level up your pet beforehand, that way you get your increased combat. So I'm going for a stack of mutton right now. I also need a stack of the rotten flesh. Put it away in here. We're close, but I'm gonna have to go kill a few more things. To kill an elusive, you could do... Zealots? And get a special zealot. This would probably be one of the easier ones to do. There's going to be a lot in dungeons, I feel like, that I could get, and I wouldn't normally be able to get in other places. What could I do for shielded? I don't know if Star Sentry's kind of shielded. They should. There's a lot of easy combat things that we could get. I need these. Do need these though. What is Dreadlord's sword already? I'm proud of that guy. Although my pots are about to run out, so I'm tabbing over to Discord, looking at Splash. Last splash was a double splash fairly recently, so we might have to contend without a splash here when this runs out soon. 7 minutes of potions. Unless anyone graciously sponsors us with an extra splash. Seems like we're running hourly though, and I missed the hourly splash. I mean, I could always splash. That's another option. But we already have like a point of finality for the thing. But I do want minions in the storages there, so I might revisit that. pop that in there. Bit of reaction. Get a new egg. Old egg. We're looking for star sentries. They might be subterranean shielded, which gives this a twofer. I think a golden goblin might also count for elusive. I know a diamond goblin should. The golden goblin may or may not. Go around for star sentries still. Nope, none over here. It's also possible people are hunting them for bestiary or hunting or whatever people do. If the star is elusive, then yeah, that would be elusive. Golden goblins are shielded too. That's cool. I guess that is their mechanic. It does make sense. Glacial humanoid. 2 for 1. Construct. Aquatic would be pretty easy to get. Subterranean. Are goblins subterranean? Yeah, subterranean. Wait, what's the star? Oh, humanoid probably. Oh, hey, this guy. This guy has a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's a bit jank fighting these guys. We can make it work. And there we go. 3 simultaneously. I wouldn't call Star Sentries a construct, but maybe that's the lore. Get an ender kill here. And that's we need one more mob type. Aquatic is probably what we do. We do some fishing. Or woodland if we go warp. Yeah. We need an axe for this. Normal wooden axe. We got it. Alright, easy. Sell off wool. I guess we could keep the slime. Possibly get a minion thing out of it. We could also put a pig down. If we're not going for endstone sword pig killing, we probably want a pig minion. And then a cow. Or not a cow, a chicken. Selling off all the extra stuff here. Gonna put this under things that we'll probably use again. Retire the shovel. And then we get to killing. We're looking for a singular egg off of these chickens. Looks like one is dropped. There we go. Can we make the zombie pet by doing a rotten flash? We're gonna need to do a little bit more zombie killing. Or there's also the Endermite. Was that common egg? No, it's enchanted egg. We'll just go kill some zombies later. But right now we're going for a stack of pork. So stack of pork, stack of mutton, and we have the creepers ready to go. We're going to need medium storages. That's another thing to push for. And past that, we could go fishing, but it's not needed. We could do dungeons, but we don't need to do that right now. Okay, we're running out of potions. No merchant to buy animal meat is a little upsetting. And they also removed our ability to buy fish directly. Okay. So we're all done there. Shouldn't need anything to do with chickens. So scrap that. Don't really need to care about bestiary milestones. Guess we already got all the combat we need. Big minion for piggy bank. Sheep minion for mutton collection. Now we need to go do a little bit of extra killing for the zombie collection there. Ripped. Could have just been farming here as well for some of the stuff. Ow, they hurt. They continue to... Warp crypt. That's my end armor. I don't know why they're doing so much damage to my fully enchanted gear. Could have been the golden goals. I imagine they hit a little harder. So 150 more required. It's gonna be like 2 more stacks. Yeah, being down here is not nice. But the regular crypt ghouls, they don't hit like a truck. It's the golden ghouls that, yeah. And these guys miss half the time. When they start hitting you, though, they hit in rapid succession. Yeah, about 1 more stack left to go. I don't like that. I just get juggled by a mob. That's not nice. I'm not used to the melee in this game. I'm used to just ranged attack or right click with a wither blade and then everything dies. Having to actually hit things on their hitbox is odd. I'm not used to it. I also hate the field of view change when I crouch. Just, whoop, now I'm lower, now I'm higher, now I'm lower. And that actually affects stuff like the ether warp, apparently. I don't know if that's been fixed since. But because your crosshair changes position when you crouch, it can like teleport you to a completely different block from what you're thinking of teleporting to. Okay. Zombie pet. Acquired. Pets become a lot easier to manage now during bingo. A high amount of pets would still require you to get enchanted eggs, but there's so many more options available to you that at a reasonable cost. Okay. And then that's 5. What was the 6th one? I could do rock, or I could craft something as well. What are my options? Silverfish? How bad is that? Yeah, that feels like a common egg one. I forgot to minion storage this guy, but he should still get me decently close. Yeah, like 36 away. I could probably mine out my island and prep it for stuff and get that. Not insta mining. Not nice. Well, first thing we do, we make a bridge. Bunch of cobblestone here. One set of this to upgrade the minion. Ah, and we're gonna need cobblestone for the actual thing itself. Can I build with the woods that I got? I'm probably gonna need to take down this island at some point too, to accommodate for whatever the end shenanigans are gonna be. So I should account for that when I'm building. Try not to make something that's too large. I'm gonna post a GIF in splashes. Why? I got super excited and also a little nervous because like, I gotta go to hub. And then it's Mr. Beast? It's a Mr. Beast GIF? Okay. Okay, I said the keyword. So now, in the YouTube transcripts, because I said the name of the content creator, I get pushed in the algo. I also don't need to separate them all like this. I could group them together. It's really not that deep. Alright, so storages, taking them out. Pig minion goes in here. And it's gonna sit there for a decently long while. That's gonna take up a slot. I can take out my axe, which is in the foraging section here, and break this down and make this like a shared thing that these occupy. And that's going to be starting from here. Just a ton of creeper minions. And then over here, without a specific pen yet, is going to be a sheep minion. Just to get things going. Do a mixture of all of them. Upgrade the sheep minion. Sheep minion is especially important to have down and running because I can't buy meats to buy a bunch of like I did with the creepers here. So having one down is the only way to like start getting more of them passively over time. And then obviously this guy, he's not going to be down for too much longer. We can actually just mine out the down here, more cobblestone until I get the unlock. There. And now we're killing chickens again. Silverfish pet, equip, done. Raids. Okay. Can push the foraging skill. That gets us 2 very easy bingo rays. I guess that's worth noting that these are all free. Usually you don't get a lot of free stuff. Okay. Fetcher, we should probably go do that. It doesn't matter if we don't get the 2x batter, because we're not doing a ton of mining in this bingo anyways. We just need to give him 20 yellow glass. We have to sit through the Wool Weaver dialogue. I'm gonna miss out on that Mithril Gourmand. Womp womp. Wasn't gonna be trying for mining stuff anyways. Sweet. We're making a lot of progress, more than we usually make. So we'll set up whatever the Enderman thing is for Exterminator. We need to fish tomorrow, maybe before Derpy starts, trying to get the clay. And then I think dungeons ends up being the same, whether it's Derpy or not Derpy, so I don't feel pressured to go get the Dreadlord sword. I feel like we've got most of what we need to get done completed. Mob type tech, though, is crazy for combat XP. I need to just keep that in mind next time. That's like the way to unlock the end. Because there's so many options even before you get to the end on things you can do. Okay. Well, that being said, I think we push a lot of this stuff until tomorrow. Like I usually do, I will collect minions and do a little bit more research offline. If you want to get a bingo guide, I'm putting them in the Discord now. That is going to be the new home for them. And if you need any questions answered, you can drop a comment or join the Discord. We've got some people that would be happy to help out, myself included. I'm going to be ending off the stream, though. I will see you tomorrow night for a continuation on the bingo. Thank you all for joining. The 6 people continuously watching, I appreciate your support. Again, drop a like if you want it to be pushed out to more people. Thank you for the 1 like that we got. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.